Hello? You can hear me, right? Okay, great. This is a bit weird. Thank you for the introduction. Very humbled, very humbled. Thank you for having me, MadFest. Thank you for having me, Dept, on stage so I can talk about a bit about our story and how we've unleashed creativity from within. So let's talk a little bit about it. So I work here, right? I work for PepsiCo, a $238 billion corporation. Huge. Such a big beast of a business. If you look closely, you can see me. Can you see me? No? Let me help. See me now? No? There I am. That's me and our team pushing this business forward into more uncharted creative waters, right? So very, very small and a big, huge business. Let's talk a little bit about when I joined 4 years ago. So been at the business 4 years. When I arrived, word of the year was creativity. Sure. So for me, it was like, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. So this was being held up as word of the year. And at that point, I knew that we had lots to do in the business, lots of areas to push on, and lots of education to do. So let's talk a little bit about my role and what I do. So I head up the creative ECD for Sips and Bites, which is PepsiCo's European creative agency. This is the crew. I love them. Some of them are here. Shout out to you guys. We've got bucket hats. Of course, we're an agency, right? So there's about 35, 36 of us at any one time. We're across Europe. We're hub in London, hub in Warsaw, and hopefully a new hub next year. We're 4 years old. I'm incredibly proud of what the team have done and the people that we have. And I'm going to talk to you about how we've created an award-winning culture within this big business. When I arrived, this was the first piece of content that went out. A digital piece of content for Whatsits with twisted foods. It was a recipe, whack your Whatsits on top of your mac and cheese. And we kind of sat back and went, no. This is not going to get us the respect, the trust that you need to get within a big business quick enough for us to really make an impact. And obviously some sentiment issues around the content itself. So this was a turning point for us, right? This was a moment where we go, we need to go fewer and bigger. And this is what we did next.
And now, the story you've been waiting for, a cheesy puff made at the Wilkers factory in Leicester has broken the Guinness World Record for the longest puffed corn snack. It needed to be at least 10 metres long, yet stayed the same width as a standard Whatsits Giant, which you may know is a new, slightly larger variety of the classic snack. The record breaker weighed in at 250 grams and measured 10.66 metres. I bet you feel better for knowing that now, don't you? Let's go on to sport.
Yeah. So our first big idea was size matters for Whatsits Giants. We won an Effie, we got a Guinness World Record, and it kind of put us on the map. It tonally set what we were about. Having fun, coming up with ideas, not taking ourselves too seriously, and bringing creativity to the heart of the business. And if we skip 4 years down to where we are today, this is 30 seconds of where we are.
Hello, I got places to be. Pretty, brown, got me weak in the knees. Slow up, you hold me down, I'm readjusting my speed. I've been gone too long, baby, don't leave, okay, I'm mad. Put up on the gas, running up numbers, shifting the axis like I was last. What if you believe it, but a man on the move, then damn, what I gotta do? I gotta move that ass, that's right. Tell me what that fast track like. Baby girl, there's nothing that can keep me from. They know I love you, there's always wanna keep me from. Keep me from, got me picking up my speed now for you. Please be loyal, you know you got that. Hello, I got places to be.
So lots has changed in 4 years. We are now, like you kindly said, an award-winning agency recently, and a lot of time and work and effort and change and careful consideration about how we go about getting great work over the line within a big business. And today isn't about us, but the context is important. So the question is, how did we do this? When I joined 4 years ago, there was 3 of us. Now there's 36 of us, roughly. We're across Europe. And it comes down to these 4 things. This is groundbreaking, so you're welcome, right? The 4 C's. The 4 C's, groundbreaking. You can all have this for free, absolutely. And I want, if any brand, any in-house team that are here today, if this helps, brilliant. If you're going to set up an in-house agency or an in-house team, hopefully this helps. And I really want to give insight to every single one of you about how we did it, not just show reels and lovely looking stuff. Right, so the first C, culture. This is our culture, your team's culture. We are in a people's business. We talk to people every single day, and the most important thing is to get that right. Culture isn't foosball tables and pool tables and ping pong and team lunches, and that's not what culture is. You know, you might see on agency websites and, you know, brand websites, well, we've got a ping pong table and stuff. That's not going to build the right culture for ideas. These guys are. The people you hire, your talent strategy is probably 80% of what you need to get right. If you get that right, you're 80% there. These are the amazing, wonderful, loving, talented people from Sips and Bites. And I'm proud to call them my family. I don't know if they call me them their family, but you know, these guys have got us to where we are today. So, first point that I want us to all take away from this is people first mentality. Everything else comes second. If you focus on people, everything becomes more human. The way you grow, the way you teach, the way you review ideas, the way you find insights, what ideas you come up with, the way you take those ideas to your business. You don't sell, you just talk to people. And that is a much more human way to get great work over the line. So people first, everything else second. And that will lead to more human ways of working, ways of ideating, ways of taking ideas to the business. You know, talking to consumers, much more human, you know. And if you focus on human, you get to more human ideas. And at PepsiCo, we have a thing called human centricity. It runs through our whole business, and it doesn't stop at us. And we take that on through the way we hire, the way we manage, the way we grow, the way we learn, the way we work with our brand teams, even our external partners and external agencies. We're very human, and that's really important. Here's a great example of human centricity at its best, and an idea that came from being human within our business.
Right, like this is actually a thing. I think the retailers have come up with some way to stand out.
86% of gamers love to snack. But 2 out of 3 gamers ranked crisps and chips the worst noise to hear while they game.
You got the mic, nobody else wants to hear you crunching away.
And that doesn't sound pretty. The number 1 culprit? Yeah, that's on us. It was time to do something bolder than ever. So we launched an impossible new product. Introducing Doritos Silent. The same bold crunch, but silent.
Ads are appearing everywhere.
But what is Doritos Silent?
We made everyone think the unthinkable was coming.
Right, like this is actually a thing.
Doritos Silent.
Maybe Doritos have come up with some way to end our suffering.
And revealed the world's first AI-augmented snack. Powered by Doritos Crunch cancellation software.
The best reason anyone has ever used an AI.
We created an AI algorithm that identifies and removes the exact sound of a Doritos Crunch from voice chat, all in real time.
Their new technology is pretty amazing.
It is so easy and simple to use.
Gamers lost their
Is this making anyone else want a Dorito, or is it just me?
With over 1.8 million campaign site visits,
Single crunch.
the silence made a huge noise. 3.2 billion in PR reach, and we saw a 76% brand uplift. The silence even infiltrated culture.
This is actually a thing, you know. It's called misophonia.
Yes, yes.
Doritos has created new software called Doritos Silent.
You could start muting your boss automatically on a Zoom call. The possibilities are endless.
That is wild.
By silencing our crunch, we made it even louder.
Thank you, Doritos. I no longer have to put up with damn crunching all the time.
Cementing Doritos as the #1 snack brand for gaming. Sorry, Pringles. Doritos Silent. Enjoy the same crunch, now silent.
So what we did there was we doubled down on the problem. So we, instead of just talking to gamers and brands trying to play in that space, we dug into the niches, into the slight niches of gaming, right? Voice chat, party chat, talking to your mates, why people play games. It's because they want to hang out with their friends and go on quests and kill baddies, but also get killed by each other. And there was an issue that we found that actually snacking, Doritos being the loudest snack of all snacks, was something that was massively hated by your fellow party chat, your squad, and people getting kicked, banned, and thrown from parties. There's a problem, right? You know, as Doritos, we want to be playing in that space, you know, loved by gamers, but eaten less by gamers because our crunch is getting in the way of them enjoying themselves. So crunch cancellation was created, and Doritos Silent, the campaign, went out last year, and it kind of blew up without us really knowing. And we really just doubled down on solving that problem for gamers. So, second C, groundbreaking, right? Collaboration. You're probably all thinking, yeah, obviously. But the point about collaboration is making sure that everyone has skin in the game. If people don't have skin in the game, they're not going to push it. They're not going to fight for it. They're not going to fight legal and all of that stuff. So be actual partners with your brand teams, right? Bring your brand teams, your brand directors, your CMOs in on the journey. Make the idea feel theirs. Like, if they've got an idea, don't push it away. Find the nugget that they've got and then pivot or blow it up or do something different with it. But make them lean in. Skin in the game is one of the most important things about getting ideas through a massive business like ours. Get close, or get closer than close, it says. Get close to the brand team, the decision makers, legal, regs, finance maybe not. But so get close, but don't get too close. The important thing about what we do is that we, as an in-house team, there is a worry that you're an extension of, say, said marketing team. What we try and do as a leadership team is try and protect the wider agency, to be one step out, because that external lens in on a business is very important. And as soon as you lose that as an in-house team, you're just an extension of already an organization thinking one way. So the way we do this is WhatsApp. This is my WhatsApp. Yeah, my WhatsApp. Don't read too much or what else is going on. But you can see here we've got the Walker's brand director, the European head of design, European snack CMO, European head of innovation, and UK snack CMO in my DMs every day, pretty much. But I'm cool with that because I love people, I love talking to people, I probably talk too much, I'm probably running out of time. But you can see that this is the closeness that we have as a team. But at the same time, we don't allow, you know, the Walker's brand director to be like DMing one of the creative teams or a designer, because we need that external lens. We need to protect that as much as we can. Also, WhatsApp is a powerful tool to get ideas sold, bought, brainstormed, kicked off. You can see here on the right, this is a bit of an incubator we have on Lay's. Me, the head of strategy at Sips and Bites, the brand director for Lay's, and the brand manager, just kicking about ideas. And you can see here, we're not taking ourselves too seriously. There's no big slides. There's an idea, a way in, and what we would do. It's very, very humble, very, very honest. They might say, I hate it, it's shit. Okay, we go again. But you have to get as many ideas out there to find that golden one. Hold hands with them. Really hold hands. Take a leap. Take a leap. And wherever you land, good or bad, you'll do it together. And you'll build that relationship, build that trust. And sometimes you end up in places like this. Yellow pencils, amazing. Sometimes you end up in more uncomfortable places. And I'll talk a little bit about after this.
This summer,
Sensible round.
detention is a killer.
Hello?
Seriously, who leaves their phone on? In the cinema!
When the lights go down, it's movie time.
Please turn your phones off and enjoy the show.
So that was a cinema ad we put out in Central Europe, banned in Romania, pretty much after a week of it being out, because we had complaints of young children being kept up at night. The question I was asking was, why are they up watching this past their bedtime? But anyway, it was banned in Romania, right? But the point of this is that The brand team and we as an agency, we held hands. We took that leap. We believed in the creative idea so much. We thought it was cut through, it was original, it was fresh for Pepsi in the movies campaign they run every year. And we took on that feedback and then we went and entered it into awards, and it won. It won 2 KTR awards, which is the Poland's version of D&AD. It is still the highest scoring Pepsi movies spot to date, 3 years old, in the region. It's work that works, but you have to take that leap. And yeah, you might end up somewhere a little bit uncomfortable, you might end up somewhere amazing like a pencil, but if you don't do that, you're never going to push up the creative ladder. Third C, challenger. Be a challenger. If you're hired to work in a business like I was 4 years ago, you're not hired just to say yes, and you're hired to bring a specialism, a point of view to the business. And that's what we did. And it pissed a lot of people off, but hopefully now they see it was worth it. This was our biggest growth factor, no. Instead of saying yes to everything, we started to say no. We started to rethink and pivot and reframe the asks that we were being asked to do. As an in-house team, when you're building a team, you know what your talents are, you know your people, you know where you're good and where you're not so good. So taking on work that might be driven by cost saving, because we need to save some money, isn't going to get the best output when you're not a specialist in that. So we said no. We didn't just say no and just that was it, because obviously that's completely unrealistic. We said no, but what if? And this is what's really important. It's about pivoting and reframing the ask. So, no, but what if we do X? What if we say Y? What if we change to Z? Speak to Tim here. Anyway, so, but no, but what if is a powerful tool. And the more we said that, the more the bigger projects they got, the more people wanted to work with us, the more our specialism from an external point of view, our strategy team, our client services team, our creatives, our production team, brought value to the business and the ideas. So, for instance, what if we silence our most iconic attribute in Doritos and tell everyone we're taking the crunch away, and let's put Doritos chips in people's ears as the ads? Bonkers. What if we made Gary the Colonel, because he started to look a little bit like him? What if we burnt down our ads for the partnership between Burger King and Doritos for Whopper Flame Grilled? What if we created the world's biggest, longest What's It, 10 meters long? And what if we took Pepsi into a world they'd never been before and build bespoke experiences for gamers and movie lovers in a world where they are spending a lot of their time? What if we shoot an ad from an oven to promote Walker's Baked and how great the taste of baked foods and Walker's Baked is? And what if we turn humans into feast beasts? Because when you eat Doritos, you have a little animalistic way of eating. Some lick, some crunch, some nibble. I do a lot in a hand kind of one. But what if we turn people into them to bring to life that human-centric behavior of how you eat Doritos? The way we do this is we embed our strategy team all the way up. And we get them up right into the brand growth strategy alongside our brand managers, our brand directors, our CMOs, because if they're up there developing that brand growth strategy, they can nurture the briefs right down to us. And this is my facial expression when briefs come to us, because they're nurtured, right? They're caressed. They've got beautiful insight. They're not marketing language. There's no jargon. It's human speak. So my advice to everyone here is if you can say more, no, but what if? Reframe the problem. Be solutions orientated. And you'll add lots and lots of value. Right, fourth one. Last one, promise. Celebrate. Again, probably a little bit cliche. But this has probably been another massive, massive tool for us in terms of how we've grown in such a short space of time. Shout about your work. Tell everyone. Tell your mum, tell your gran, tell your 2-year-old son. Probably doesn't care, but tell him. Be proud about what you're doing. Be proud about what you're making, what you're drawing, what you're writing. Because we get paid to draw pictures and sit in a room and talk shit and come up with ideas and put Doritos in people's ears and turn humans into goats. It's fun. Be fucking proud of what we do as a creative, right? Because I am proud every day, and I tell all of my team, be proud. Talk about your work. Share your work. And this is something that pride of what our team now talk about their work is this idea that we did for the Lionesses in the World Cup final. When they got to the final, one of the creatives called me over to their desk, showed me a crisp broken into 4 pieces on the desk, and was like, we should make this. And I was like, what? We should make this. Print ad, on red. It's crunch time. And I was like, it's brilliant. We sent a picture of that on WhatsApp to the marketing director at Walker's. He loved it. We shot it on the desk. We retouched it in-house. We put it on some red. We put some type on it. We artworked it with a partner of ours, and it went out in 24 hours. 48 hours is on out of home. And it was about harnessing the pride that the nation had at that time, and also the team had of their ideas, but also of a cultural moment. So powerful. But the right forum counts, right? If you don't have a forum in your business, make one. You know, as creatives, we make it all day long, right? Town halls, creative forums, creative councils, insight, marketing, emails, your welcome screen to your office, an agency newsletter, LinkedIn. Use all the channels that you've got. We share our work at our European marketing conferences on stage in front of the whole European marketing organization. Our work is even shown and presented on our intranet. You know, we just get it out there. We're pride and proud of the work we do. Because at the end of the day, the work reflects you and your agency. So it's important that we start to really understand who you are and what work you're putting out, but be proud of it. And here's something that we did last year that I'm proud of.
Imagine skating in the dark every day.
So this was celebrating real people in Britain who challenge stereotypes and bias. It's linked to the global brand, core brand platform for Doritos, but we activated it locally by finding people like Dan Mancina and other people. So, Breathe. We're coming to an end. I feel like I'm running out of time. Yeah? Yeah, okay, cool. Breathe, right. So the 4 things I'd like you all, if you can, take away from today is, 1, culture of your team is massively important. People first, everything else second. Collaboration. Make sure everyone's got skin in the game. The agency, your partners, your suppliers, production partners, photographers, brand teams, finance, legal, everyone. Make sure everyone's involved, because then it will sail through the business. Be a challenger. You're paid to have a point of view. Say no, but what if? Be solutions orientated. Pivot and grow the ask. Celebrate. Be fucking proud of the work you do. Because I'm incredibly proud of the team and what we've done. Thank you. I'm about to be kicked off.
Yeah. I don't think we have time for questions, but that was incredible. Thank you so much. I mean, what you've been able to achieve in 4 years is actually inspiring. Yeah. I particularly liked the be fucking proud of what you do. So, yeah, thank you so much, Matt. It was incredible.
Thank you.